Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to do Siman Reish Samech Vav, seif Aleph and seif Beis. We're talking about a practical question. You're flying in an airplane, but it was a delay. And since it was a delay, you're in the plane. You actually arrived after Shabbos Came. What do you do then? You stay in the flight. The steward say, get out, get out. You know, we have the next flight. We have to clean, we have to close. You can't stay there. What do? You stay in the airport? What about food? You know, what do you do there? That's a practical question. So, you know, or let's say you take a taxi. And sometimes there's a traffic. You're stuck. What do? You go out, what do you do with your luggage? Leave it for the taxi, you have all your money there, all your belongings, you have credit card. You know, they love the credit card. What do you do then? It's a practical question. So we have two isurim first. Those days they used to have a cow, or a donkey, whatever it is. So it's two isurim. One is shvitas be'emtoi. Second is what? Mechamer. And Bezashem, tomorrow I'm going to talk about the train. Or you're allowed to take a Manhattan, you know, the train goes anyhow. And let's say it's no Chilul Hashem, because I'm not dressed as Jewish, let's say. Nobody knows. I don't pay, let's say I pay before Shabbos, so some people jump, you know, they jump the machine over there. What happened there? You're allowed to travel, and you know, to go to Shul and Shabbos with the train in Shabbos or not. Because you're not adding anything, and it goes anyhow. Are you allowed to do it now?
Technically you're allowed, but you might mislead people. So
okay. So let's see. So we have two Isur. We have first Isur, it's called Isur Shvitas Be'emtoi. It says what? Sheish Yisum Taseh Ma'asecho Uveyoyim HaShvi, the seventh day, what you should do? Tishbot Leman Yanuach Shurcha B'chamucha. The animal has to rest. So if you own the animal, you have a tzivui, what, that the animal should rest. That's first. Then you have another issue, it's called mechamer. You're now to make sure that any animal, or your animal himself, should actually work and go in Shabbos. Because of you word. Yeah? Because it says the word be'emtach. So first it has to be isu shvitas be'emtach, it's your own behema. Mechamer doesn't have to be your own behema. It can be even other behemas, other people's behema. So let's read the halacha. Mi shaya baba derech. וקידש עליו היום, Shabbos Came, והיה עמו מעות, he had money in him, ויש לו חמורו, ויש עמו אינו יהודי. He has a worker, and he has a donkey. לא ינח כיסו על חמורו, פני שהוא מצווה על שביתו, so you're not allowed to put the money on the cow and the donkey, because what is called your behema has to rest, since you own it. What happens if you don't own it? So then there's no problem. But you have another problem, mechamer. אלא נויזן כיסו לאינו יהודי, לא הליך לו. ולמצוי Shabbos לא יקחה ממנו. He gives it them before Shabbos, and after Shabbos he comes, he takes it away from him. ואפילו לא נתן לו שכר על זה, even though he didn't give the Gentile money to do the service. ואף על פי שנוסו לו משחשיכו, even though he gave it to him later already with Shabbos, מותר. Why? The logic in it, it's better he does isurim, less isurim. Let's read it inside. Hitiru chachomim. Yeah. If somebody walks in the dark, you know, it came Shabbos, to go isurim derabona like tiltul muktzeh, amir la'akum, avor apoches midaladamis, like we're going to say in the next page. Yeah. In order not to do a small issue, not to do a big issue. Of what? Of avorim daletan bekamelis, or hitzor michotzer, that it doesn't have eruv. So it says it's better to do small that they're matter to you than to do other things that could be worse. And for sure, issue do rice. Now we're talking about issue the rabban. What issue do rice? That's for sure. We have nothing. That's for sure. It's forbidden. Avali matzah mitzia, something you never worked for it. You found a golden watch, you found a wallet. It's not forbidden to give what? A Gentile. Then it becomes his, then it's matter. And we said the whole reason is, as we know, Adam bahul al mamono. When it comes to money, people lose their mind. and they could do Isu Doraisa worse and worse and worse. That's what we said. Give him something, that whatever is the lenient that you could do in order not to be over Isu Doraisa or other Isu. That's really the concept. Now, what really you should do when he gives it to the animal, in order to be allowed, what it is, since you have a Gentile, so you could give the Gentile, you could makne it to him, and if there's nobody there, so you can mafkir it, be in front of 3 people, and if you don't even have 3 people, mafkir it in your mouth. You say, I mafkir it, you just leave it. So those are the 3 conditions, and then you're not over on shvitas behemtoi or other isur. The next halacha is continuing. V'im eni mo'inu yudi, what I said right now, menichu alachamo, and it does, it's better like Hatchila, the Mishnah Brurah says, you do a kinyan with money, to sell it with money. But if you can, you give a pruto, just to do the kinyan should be chal. But if you can't do that, you give it to him without money. If there's no Gentile to do it, you mafkir it. In front of who? In front of 3 people. You don't have 3 people, mafkir it in your mouth for yourself. So that's what we're going to learn now. V'im eni mo'inu Yehudi, manichu alachamo, that's the next halacha base. Kedei shelo yeh chayov mishum mechamer, pirush manig et hachamo. I'ika kirav anocho, what happens is another way. Let's say the animal picked up the hand and the feet, so then you can put the thing on it, pick it up and put it down. So then it works less than 4 amas, and then there's no issue of what? Of yitzor. Menichu lachar shakar yad v'rigel lalechet, delav akirei. When the animal stands, noitiv, then you take it out, so then there's no hanocha. It picks it up and takes it down. That's the regular sheet. Some people say, who is that? That's the Rambam. Shetzog lizor melanhigo bekol ram. Make sure there's no mechamer. Means they don't tell the animal, walk, go there, or give us some hit, who knows, whatever says she should walk. Kozon shakis alea. Hagoy, says the Ramo, Vehu lo yirkav al hachamor, himself should not go on the donkey to get to the place. Ela yelech baraglo, should walk with the feet. Ve'im hu tzorich latzet chutz latchum, if he has to go outside the boundaries. Pnei shebityarim min alis, he's afraid there's robbers there. It's not his town, he's afraid you don't know there's gangs there. You don't know what is there. O shas sakone, afilu toch hatchum, yachol leshav al hachamor v'lirkom. Then he's allowed to continue walking with the donkey till a place that he cannot go. Because why? It's sakona. So he comes up with a different reason. When you have a sakona, then for sure he's allowed to go into the donkey. Now I just want to say one thing, the concept of Reshus Harabim, with this we're going to end. Reshus Harabim, most people say today is a shalom if we have Reshus Harabim or not. So according to the Shulchan Aruch brings the Shita of Vachas, what is it really? Reshus Harabim has 16 amos wide, like you have in what's called Ocean Parkway in New York, right? Ocean Park is 16. That was a big shaila if you're allowed to do eruv there or not. It's many enough communities. What is the Reshus Harabim? Some people say, what? There has to be 60,000 shishim, 600,000 people walking there today. So most places don't have so many people. You have sometimes it's very wide, but you don't have also that amount. So that's what the Mogen Avram says. He goes like the Yeshurun. You need 600,000 to go there a day. But the Brurah Halacha says no. He goes like the first view. The Reshus Harabim, you have to have 16 hours more machmir. That the Halacha brings, the Mishnah Brurah brings the Halacha, that even though you could be soymech on the Mogen Avram, but Bal Nefesh Shechmir, somebody has Yiras Shomayim, he should be a little bit machmir himself to worry for the view of the Yeshurun. Anyway, I want to wish everyone a good day today, and Bezat Hashem, tomorrow we'll continue talking about it.